Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Redo this like a more so it just does rewrite the whole thing and just has to get it with it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Kind of do it, Captain.
And then I can say, okay, maybe not so many jokes, just a few jokes here and there. I can do that. Well, even with the premium, I think it limits to a certain amount for 15 minutes. We did this group activity, and one genius there said, "Oh, hey, play 20 questions with that." That's all your questions, like the fastest way possible. So I'm like, let's not do that.
Well, and so what's frustrating is I wish I could that
Hey!
because one of the other days.
Good luck with that. They don't want to let anyone touch that.
So what's frustrating about it is like there's also limitations. Like I tried to ask my wife, I was like,
Hey!
give me a limitation.
That's a good one. Hey, you got double angles.
Good job.
Bumping is one of those kind of weird things.
Hey, so I'm here with the Longhorn Lockpickers at the Batch Craft Beer Brewery Kolaches. I don't know. I'll put a link down in the description down below. What's this place called again? Doesn't matter. Anyways, we're here drinking beer and eating kolaches and having a good time. It's a Saturday night with the Longhorn Locksport meetup group. They meet twice a month. They've been meeting in North Austin since 2007. Is the second locksport meetup group to ever be formed in North America, and it's the first one in Texas. And I'm here with Sean, who made it all the way out here. And who are you on YouTube? You have a YouTube channel, correct?
No YouTube channel, but I posted underneath your videos and just commented them and about stuff that I liked about everything. And this is how I found it, is from your video.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you also came with really awesome lockpicks too.
Well, I only got them from the best.
So tell the viewers what lockpicks you brought.
So I brought, I have a Loki case, which I found from Sandman, and then also Jimy Longs lockpicks, and then also I waited 4 weeks for Bare Bones from Australia to ship their stuff to me. And this was actually the first time I actually got to use them was today. So,
That's awesome. You have he has like the nicest Moki pick case, and it's filled with all of the best tools. And he was like, "Did you bring your multi-pick?" I was like, "I brought 5 different brands. I didn't bring all of them." I was like, "I'm sorry, but I did bring multi-pick. I brought my dimple picks."
Yeah.
So, and I brought the turning tools. I use the turning tools, but I was like, I don't bring everything. But you had more brands than I did that you had represented. So I saw you working with Lord Bob over there. He's a really great teacher. Did you learn anything?
Yeah, 100%. So he actually has everything that I've always wanted to try and just haven't bought. Combing, bypass tools, and everything like that. And I actually did pick some locks with the comb for the first time.
Oh, really?
And yeah,
What brand was the comb pick?
They're the Covert Instruments.
Oh, Covert Instruments.
And
Gotcha.
so I'm already sold to get the
Really?
Ergo system. 'Cause I don't know, it's just fun because it's just like,
Yeah.
and it just opens.
Oh,
so
you used
quick.
did you use the Ergo turning tools?
No, so he has just the regular combs, but I did see the Ergo combs
We
that they have.
we have an airplane landing over the Batchcraft Brewery right now.
Yeah.
But
Oh God, they found me.
oh, did he have the bent combs?
No.
Oh, okay. I
They
really
got-
want those.
Yeah,
I want those.
They're only $14. So now
Yeah.
that I use those,
That's awesome.
I'm gonna order them probably tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll have them for the next time.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Black Friday to buy all my Covert Instrument
Yeah,
combs.
yeah,
I really want
100%.
them.
It's coming up.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing a Black Friday.
Well, I don't know yet. I've actually reached out to 6 different companies, and half of them are like, we'll let you know when we're ready. So
Okay.
Don't
They said
tell
they-
you.
'cause
I'll put out an announcement on Sunday.
They said they only do 2 sales. One was for Veterans Day and one was for Black Friday. So it should be coming up.
Yeah, I'm
For
looking
covert
forward to that.
instruments.
So
Okay.
what is your favorite lock picks to use of all? Because you brought a lot. Is there a particular brand you like the most?
I just concentrated on the Forest Diamond Bare Bones one.
Bare Bones.
In the 15 and the 20.
Those are nice.
2000.
Do you like the diamonds?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
I do.
Oh, so you like the DeForest half diamond?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you know those are named after a gentleman by the name of Bill DeForest?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
No,
he
I
sold the idea to Raitan, and then Raitan was the first company to make DeForest half diamonds.
No kidding.
So he was a locksmith, and he gave the idea to them in 1979, I believe.
That's awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody in the comments is like, "You're an asshole. It's 1978. You don't know what you're talking about." So, but anyways, it's cool because there's a large following of pickers that are diehard DeForest half diamond fans,
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll collect all of them across the board. So it's fun to meet someone like that. And it's like, oh, you're one of them.
Yeah, that's why I said you bring your multi-pick set, so I wanted to check theirs out too.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Take a look before
I'll
I
bring it next time. Do you live in North Austin or in this
North
area?
Austin, yeah. So
That's awesome.
About 20 minutes north. from
Dude,
here.
just tell me what you want me to bring. I'll bring anything from my collection for you to try.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I'd
tell me.
appreciate it.
I'll bring
Yeah.
Multipick. I'll bring covert instruments, bare bones, anything. Jimy Longs. I have everything. So, what level of belt lockpicker are you?
So I'm working on my green belt. So I've been working on the 1100 American.
Awesome. So are you active in Reddit or Discord?
So off and on. I don't really say too much stuff on it, but
alright.
I'm part of, I went through the whole belt system.
Yeah.
And then I just started hitting locks from there, and now I'm stuck on the
awesome.
1100. I did that
That's
for
okay.
about 3 hours last night.
So did you get an
So-
1100 yet?
Yeah, no, I have.
Oh,
one.
good, because
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
some easy 1100 here. I was like, I'll give you some.
Yeah, no, so because I found another place where you can actually buy a bunch of locks on it.
Yeah.
And so then I'll just go down the belt system and I'll get like 2 or 3 from each
Where are you
belt.
buying your locks? You don't have to tell us if you don't want us all to get on there and steal them.
It's called, and I actually have, see, there's my
Yeah,
system.
he
right
pulled up
there.
his phone and immediately pulled up Foot Finder.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Allpadlocks.com.
You're killing me.
He pulled up LPUbelts.com.
Yeah.
It was Discord.
Only picks.
Yeah.
Foot Finder's been like the running joke all night. So sorry.
But allpadlocks.com.
All padlocks on it. Probably won't even pull up on there, but I'm gonna check that out. They
It
probably won't. I don't know if it'll like the screen and all that
yeah,
stuff.
no, I
They'll
got
probably link it out. Allpadlocks.com.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so then I just type that in, and then I'll go to the LB
LPU and
LPU.
figure out what it is. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and
That's
then
really
just go
smart.
through there.
Allpadlocks.com.
Yeah.
How come I never just Googled padlocks.com just to see what would pull up? Why do I have to go to eBay and sell
Maybe
my
you
soul?
just assumed it would redirect to some porn site.
Well, on the lockpicking Facebook group, there's some guy who sells bundles for $60.
Really?
It's like 10, 15 locks, and he's like
Wow.
60.
It's like a
60
box
bucks.
to blue, white to blue kind of thing.
No, it's just a bundle of just random ass locks.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So what's the lock you're gonna work on next, and what's the lockpick set you're gonna try to get to next?
I was thinking about getting the Longhorn multi-pick set.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna.
It
work.
is the most complete lockpick set I've ever owned.
They
And
don't
I-
have any
it-
DeForest diamonds in it though.
Oh yeah.
The Christina Palmer's
Yeah,
one
that
does
one does.
that.
I have both those sets.
Yeah.
I'll bring them in in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'll bring them in.
I'll
But
be here in 2
Black
weeks.
Friday is going to be here in a week. So what do you any plans on what you're going to get on Black Friday?
Black Friday, I think I'm gonna do my covert instrument suite. The ergo combs. I've been looking at the covert companion. I just want to get the handle though,
Yes.
and then build my own in there because I don't want to do picking.
I brought
from
my
there.
covert companion.
Yeah, Lord Bob did also, so I
Yeah.
gotta check that out. But I don't want to do picking from it. I like to just have that bypass tools in it.
Yeah.
And then get.
Have you tried the Rift pick?
Nope, not
It's
yet.
awesome.
We were just actually talking about.
I
that
have
over
it.
there.
Try it before you leave.
Okay, will do.
Any-
And then I'm gonna work on the 1100 until I can get that sucker done. Because I did get one of those security lockout Avis ones, and I can't even mess with
Those
that.
lockout tagouts are hard.
Yeah, yeah.
They're paracentric.
I
They're
have
super
it,
hard.
but it sits up there with all my locks, and my wife thinks I'm crazy. 'Cause I have all these locks up there.
If you're a high level black belt or whatever lock picker, spend some time with the lockout tagouts and they'll humble you real quick. I'm just a purple belt, but they always fuck me up. Thank you so much for coming out.
Most definitely.
Sean, thank you very much. I hope to see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, most
We'll talk
definitely.
after and tell me if there's any toys you want me to bring out that you want to try.
100%. I definitely will. Thank you.
It was really cool seeing you.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
nice to
appreciate
meet you.
it.
Thank you
It
for
was
your
really-
videos, 'cause that's how I got here.
I showed up and I was like, hey, look, a bunch of people I've never seen before. And they're like, you're Sandman. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? and apparently like 3 people showed up that had heard about the group from my YouTube video. So I love making these videos to give exposure to the group, to get more people to come. And there's people here I'm going to try to interview that are really good at picking, that are blue belt lockpickers, that didn't even know that there was a group that's two blocks from where they live.
Yeah, great.
So anyways, thank you so much, Sean. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. I appreciate you.
All right, so I'm here with Holly, and is this your first time at a locksport meetup?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. So you actually came with your own lockpicks.
Yes.
Did you come with locks as well?
Yes, I brought a
Yes,
master.
that's right.
It's like the Master Lock 140 that no one could open.
Yes.
Because I think I either damaged something or the pinning is just really devious.
Yeah.
And then I also had this acrylic lock.
Yeah, so Holly's like, I got this Master 140 that nobody can pick, and I'm like, I can pick that. I spent 20 minutes and I was like throwing it across the bar, and Holly's like, chill, it's okay. I think I messed it up, and so we think that the Master 140 is broken, but nobody could pick it. But you did pick other locks, and you actually officially are an orange belt lock picker now, right?
Yellow belt.
Yellow belt. Oh, okay. Did you try? We didn't even get the chance to try the orange one, but maybe we will before you leave. But
Well,
you,
I did try the orange, but I just could not get any headway on it.
so you picked the white belt, you picked the yellow belt, and now we're going to work on the orange belt. Is there any new tools you got to try tonight?
Someone else who's here tonight had a half diamond pick from I think it was from Jimy Longs, because I'm pretty new to this, so I don't have many picks right now. I just have a couple of hooks and a couple of rakes. So I got to at least hold a half diamond, I should say, a half diamond pick, and just kind of feel kind of understand how it feels in my hand.
You came out here with picks too, right?
Yes, I had a. Let me see if I can grab it. It's a CI Genesis set,
What's CI?
Covert Instruments.
Ah, okay. I knew what it was.
Come on.
So you bought the Covert Instruments Genesis set. Is this your first pick set?
I had the FNG before this.
Oh, really? So you have 2 sets. And then tonight you also got to try Sparrows, and you got to try Jimy Longs. So did you try any different turning tools as well?
I think I swiped one of your Multipick top of the keyway turners.
Are you going to try that technique? Someone had showed you putting shrink tubing on your picks. Are you going to give that a try?
Yeah, I think I will, because I find that these picks, when it's the bare metal like that, can kind of dig into my fingers. Especially if I'm just kind of flipping really hard. I'm like, why is this not opening?
What's your favorite pick to use?
I normally use either the short hook or the quint rake.
That quint rate is awesome. The quint rate is awesome. I like that. I don't even know how to say it, but it's my favorite.
Although some locks I found, the quad rake just does pretty well too.
Yeah. Especially like quick set or schleg, when you have a larger keyway, longer, deeper pins. I like using that as well.
Yeah, I've tried using these wrenches to do top of the keyway, and they kind of work because it's a little bit thinner on the top. But maybe it's because I don't have a vise at home, so it's a little harder to get it to stay.
It's a nice luxury. If you ever get a chance, go to Harbor Freight. You can pick one up for like $15.
Okay.
So, do you feel like you learned anything here tonight picking?
Yes, I did. I got a lot. I got to play with a lot of locks that I don't have at home. You were so kind as to bring just like an armful of locks, and I was just sitting there with my turning tools and my
Actually did bring. I brought like 85 locks or maybe 90 locks.
And I have this big pile of padlocks like right here.
You did slay a lot of locks. You did slay a lot of locks. I would say
Mostly with a rake, though.
I would say she slayed about what, 20 locks easy.
Maybe like 10 or 20.
Mastered the white belt, mastered the yellow belt. Now you're gonna go home and try to master the orange belt. You took a picture of all the locks that you picked.
Yes.
So hopefully I can see you on Discord or Reddit and see you get your belts and level up. Maybe next time you come out, we'll get you picking some green belt locks. And I have some. They
We'll
would be
see.
perfect. They would be perfect for you.
Yeah,
I have no doubt.
I'd like to get some more hands-on practice with the yellow belt picks. Just kind of get to the point where I really have it down, and then I'll try to work my way up to some of the orange belts and beyond.
What are you gonna? Or is there any companies you're gonna try to? Are you gonna try to buy any lockpicks for Black Friday?
Yes, I'm gonna see if I can get some more turning tools from Covert Instruments, or maybe get some stuff from Sparrow.
This sounds like a marketing infomercial. I don't know any of these companies. I buy all my gear the same, but it's funny because everybody here is using Covert Instruments or Sparrows or Jimy Longs. It's all the same.
And yet, when I went on Reddit the other day, someone was kind of just dunking on Covert Instruments, saying they're junk. But
It's probably someone from Sparrows. That's what it probably is. It's probably from someone from Sparrows. Anyways, I hope to see you again in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be here in 2 weeks, and I think I will. I have some family to visit, so I may be out of town. I don't know, but I hope you'll be back in 2 weeks. I promise you. I know it's cold tonight. I know that you were cold. Thank you for bearing the cold. We will most likely be inside.
Okay.
So you'll be nice and warm, and anybody that does come out, if it's cold, we will be inside for sure. So thank you so much for coming out, Holly. It was really nice to meet you.
Likewise.
You're a hell of a lockpicker, and hopefully next time you'll be able to. Hopefully next time you'll show me how you busted through 20 of my padlocks that I showed up with. So thank you very much, Holly.
Likewise. You have a good evening.
Thank you. All right, so I'm here with Karin, and is this your first locksport meetup?
Yes.
And who'd you come here with?
I came here with my fiance, Nick.
Nick is an amazing lockpicker. He's a blue belt lockpicker. What is it like living with a locksporter and a blue belt level lockpicker?
Oh, it's like his favorite hobby. We'll be watching movies at home. He'll just have his full lock-picking kit out, picking locks all the time.
But tonight you also got your yellow belt, is that correct?
Yes.
That's right. So I watched you, not only did I watch you rake a white belt lock and rake a yellow belt, but I watched you single pin pick a white belt lock and single pin pick a yellow belt lock, and you took pictures of everything, and you'll be submitting those to the Reddit lockpicking group, and the internet's going to explode and shut down, and I'm going to try to check my email in the morning, and I'm going to wonder why I don't have internet access because Karin broke the internet. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. So what do you think, now that you're an official yellow belt, so you're in our cult of lockpicking now, what do you think about lockpicking now?
I think it's pretty fun. I didn't understand it at first, and it was the first time I single picked anything today, and got 6 down. And
I was very impressed.
Okay.
I was very impressed because, like, I watched you rake open locks, but I've never seen someone fly through a white belt lock and a yellow belt lock. Like, we set up a yellow belt lock for Karin, and then we were talking 5 seconds later. She's like, I picked it, and we're like, that's great, but you should try single pin picking. She goes, I did. And we were like, oh crap. Like, you had done it, and you had did it with like a short hook or something like that. So you were slaying. And I started to set up an orange belt lock, but it's starting to get cold and people are starting to go home. But I think in 2 weeks, you'll be able to slay an orange belt lock, and then we'll have green belt locks for you to pick. So what type of tools did you use tonight? That's okay.
You know what?
I don't even know. No, you used Covert Instruments, and then you used Sparrows, Jimy Longs. Yeah. I think you mostly use a lot of Sparrows. Mm-hmm. And what brand were the Dangerfield top of keyway turning tools? Dangerfield. And then we also had you set up. Did you like picking inside with locks in your hand or inside a table vise more?
The vise.
The table vise.
I've been typing, working all day, so my hands are tired, and
I bet
that made it a lot better for ergonomics.
It feels like you can concentrate more on what is actually happening inside of the lock than having to like hold stuff.
Yeah, I have like small hands too, so holding like the heavy lock, it just adds an extra factor.
So do you see yourself asking your fiance for a lockpick set for Christmas this year?
Yeah, he told me if I get my orange belt at home, then he'll buy a new one.
That's awesome.
So.
That's awesome. Man, I think at the same time, I'm like, you should just ask her one anyways, but don't even worry about getting an orange belt. But that's cool. That's cool. You and your fiance, do you think you'll ever see yourself coming back out in another 2 weeks and trying more locks?
Yeah, we lived so close and had a great time. So.
Do you think you got bit by the locksport bug? Do you think you see yourself picking like professionally now? Do you think you're going to go to lock conventions now and buy lock earrings and put lock picks in your shirt pocket waiting to pick locks?
I might.
That
You
almost
never
sounds-
know.
Guess not. All right.
But definitely see myself coming back and supporting my fiance.
That's awesome. But that's cool because now you're part of the tribe because you're a yellow belt and he's a blue belt. You know, and that means you'll almost be able to beat him up, right? Because it's almost like karate, you know. So
Yeah, maybe I'll beat him. We'll see.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Thank you for letting me interview. Your name's Karin.
Correct.
Do you have a lockpicking name yet?
Not yet.
You're gonna have to come up with something.
Corey Cat.
Corey Cat. So keep an eye out for Corey Cat on Discord and Reddit lockpicking and maybe even a future YouTube channel. Thank you so much for letting me talk with you.
Thank you so much.
All right, Corinne, what did you do?
I picked 10 single pin.
That's amazing. You didn't just pick one or two and get your yellow belt. You picked 10 of these locks.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're an official yellow belt, karate belt picker, in my opinion. So I look forward to hopefully seeing y'all again, and maybe you'll get your orange belt and your green belt next time.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So I'm here with Lord Bob. Hello, Lord Bob. I already started recording, and
Captain BS.
Captain BS. I don't know why I just call you Brandon, so
That
I
works.
apologize. It's not like I don't know your name. I just forget that I forget the monikers. And you guys are running the locksport group here for Longhorn Lockpickers. And how did tonight go?
Pretty good. Had a nice little turnout.
I think we had at least 3 people show up that weren't here. Did you guys have any other new people show up?
Just a couple of new people. Most people here have been there, but I had 2 for sure that have never been here. They're asking about the group, including one person who learned out. I think he said from your YouTube channel that he was like 2 blocks away and decided to come out and whatnot. And
Dude, he's a blue belt picker and he lives 2 blocks away.
and didn't know about our group.
Yeah, didn't know about the
Amazing
group.
sometimes.
Small world, you know.
So one thing I wanted to ask both of you, I did that YouTube video and nobody follows me, but for some reason your guys' Instagram stuff just blew up.
Mine
And
especially. I went from about 50 followers to almost 300 now.
yeah, 300 followers, that's amazing.
My
And
phone's just constantly
are
dinging here
people
down the
people messaging you, like asking you questions and stuff too now?
They're commenting in certain videos, especially about my paperclip bypass technique, but a lot of people found that quite interesting.
That's awesome.
And it's interesting reading some of the comments where they're like, well, they should do this and this and this. And I'm like, well, they do, but because this is cheaper, they tend to do this poor method. And people are like, oh, these things don't exist in real life. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, they do. Quite a lot. You'd be surprised how much the price of things is more important than the security of things.
Lowest bidder.
And it's also usually installed by someone who's not really a security professional. They're just an installer of sorts. So they don't know a lot of stuff, and you'd be amazed the security flaws that exist just in our world everywhere. It's horrendous.
And Brandon, I have you noticed any changes in the last couple weeks with the groups or with people messaging y'all or anything? I want it to be beneficial. I guess it hasn't really grown that much. But I guess I want to ask you specifically, what dates are you guys going to be meeting up next month? Do you guys happen to know those dates?
December 2nd, December 18th, and December 30th.
Oh, really? 3 times?
Yes. There are 3 Saturdays in this month. We meet every other Saturday, not twice a month. It's every other Saturday.
That's amazing.
So every night on the lineup, there are 3 Saturdays.
That's great. Great. So December 2nd,
December 18th,
18th,
and December 30th.
and the 30th. Awesome. And what
7 o'clock, batch craft beers.
what do people need to bring?
Nothing.
Themselves and
Just
the
bring
desire to
themselves.
learn.
So
And
you
I
guys,
think I just got 2 more followers from my phone vibrating.
because your phone's blowing up. That's awesome. Is that a phone in your pocket, or are you
Happy to be here.
happy to be here?
No, it's a big set.
It's a pick set. So so they don't even do they need to show up with tools, or do you guys provide tools?
We have tools for everyone
We
to
have
use.
locks.
We even have tools for sale. We have locks for everyone to use. We have the expertise. They just need to bring themselves and the want to learn.
That's awesome. Awesome. Brandon, anything you want to add to any of that?
More the merrier. If you ever have questions, reach out to us on social media, meetup, website for
Lockpicking Club.
Longhorn Lockpicking Club. Reach out, social media, you know. we're here, we're available. If you have questions, ask. It's better you to ask and get a couple different answers than sit there and twiddle your thumbs and not know.
I'm going to include both of your social media accounts in the description of this video as well. I apologize for not doing that last time. The one thing that I really liked about tonight's meetup was I brought 85 locks that I've already picked a dozen times, and I love that the new pickers showed up with their own locks saying, hey, Sandman, can you pick this? And of course I couldn't, obviously that sucked, but it was fun because it gave me something to actually work on something new for like 2 hours. I don't know if I've ever seen new people show up with locks. Is that normal?
Actually not uncommon. Some people bring like 1 or 2 padlocks with them, kind of thing, or a door lock.
I enjoyed it.
In fact, I had one time where a guy didn't show up on his bike, and he had a bike lock on there from when he had bought it a while back that he didn't have a key for. It was just kind of wrapped around up on top. And he was asked about it, and I managed to pick it off for him. It's actually in my set now. He gave it to me.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I had two different people presented me with 2 different locks that were totally within my belt level, and I could not pick either lock. It was
It's always funny.
Bad.
There's some locks, it's like, even though, yeah, this should be, maybe not.
Yeah.
And some locks, you kind of look at them funny, they open it. There's more factors than just what the lock is.
And sometimes you're just having an off day where you're
That
like,
too.
locks are against me today.
That's always going to be for picking some locks. Like, can I pick a lock today? Yes or no? Sometimes it's no.
It's almost always no for me. So thank you all so much for hosting this. You guys drive really far for this. You guys bring all your own tools. You bring all your own locks. You invest all this on your own just to come out here. And it was kind of cold tonight. Do you think next time we'll be inside or we'll be outside? I think we're inside. We're outside this time because there was live music, and it's easier to be outside
And
so
the
we can
weather
hear
was
each
nice.
other. Yeah,
We
yeah.
like being outside because it gives us a little more freedom. We don't get to mess with the music and stuff.
Also, they have heaters typically.
Yeah, they do usually have some propane heaters.
Yeah.
It just depends on the temperature and the weather.
Yeah, so maybe give a suggestion, like I can give a suggestion, if somebody does come out, maybe bring a jacket and be prepared to sit outside.
There's a fair chance if the weather's decent, we will sit outside, even if it's a little cool. And it also depends on if there are live music or stuff going and kind of interferes with the lockpicking thing.
And sometimes there's big events outside
And sometimes
where
events outside and we come inside. It's very random.
depends on what's going on. So
Awesome. Anything else coming up for December or January that you guys know? Any conferences or anything you guys will be teaching?
no, not offhand, but
There is mention of doing a lock hotel sometime next year. I think April.
Jennifer, March. It's either March or April of next year.
It was April because you didn't want to do March.
Okay.
So still kind of in the works.
Gotcha.
We'll get more information when I have.
I heard a rumor that Jimy Longs was thinking about coming down in December. I don't know if he's going to. He doesn't know if he's going to. But I know that there are some lockpick manufacturers that are looking at this group and they want to try to find a way to work with you guys and provide some lockpicks. And you guys are doing great work. So hopefully this will get you guys more exposure. And I'll be sure to add your social media. So if any lockpick manufacturers out there that are watching this want to provide or work with these guys on a discounted price on tools, you can hit them up in the social media in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for putting this on. Thank you for letting me come out, and I'll definitely be out here on the 2nd for sure.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for being here.
All right, so I just got back from the Longhorn Lockpicking meetup group, and I had an amazing time. I almost didn't go because I had such a crazy day. And I talked myself into it, and I was like, I'll go. So I took like 85 or 90 locks with me, and I just took lock picks for myself. I should have brought lock picks for other people, but I wasn't expecting there to be such a good showing tonight. And I got there at like 6:50, exactly 6:50, almost 7 o'clock, and it's a Saturday night. And I get there, and there were 3 people there who live in Austin, who pick locks, who collect lock picks, who are belted in the karate belt system for lock picking, but did not know that there was a locksport meetup group in Austin. And it was so cool to meet people who were like, yeah, we know you from YouTube. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, am I in trouble now? Like, what do I do? And they're like, no, like we wanted to try out the group based off of your recommendation. So I love that my platform is doing some good, and I love that it's being effective, and I'm able to make aware of the locksport groups that are here in Texas at the very least. So I love that that's happening. So it was really neat to see at least 3 new pickers show up based off of good feedback from my YouTube page. Also, I was terrified that I was going to say something dumb in front of these people, and I'm pretty sure I did for about 3.5 hours. So for those of you that showed up to meet me, I apologize. I'm an idiot in real life. So thank you so much for showing up. Man, I have taken a lot of different tools with me over the past couple months, and I had a multi-pick set that I've been taking with me to all the Locksport meetup groups. For whatever reason, I didn't take that particular set with me tonight, but I took my multi-pick dimple pick set, and I took my multi-pick turning tool set. I took my covert instruments Genesis pick set, and I took my Jimy Longs picks, and I had Peterson manufacturing represented, and a few other tools. And I had, you know, I really was just trying to just focus on bringing all the locks. And then one of the guys like, yeah, I follow you on YouTube. Did you bring the multi-pick set? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I'd get called out on it. And so I apologize, Sean. I'm going to bring all my multi-pick for you to try. He wanted to try the lock noob set. For some reason, I just didn't bring it. I was super tired. So I apologize. But now that I know that people that watch my YouTube will be going to these Locksport groups, I'm going to take a lot of stuff. So if you're watching this, if you live in Texas, if you live in Dallas, if you live in San Antonio, if you live in Houston, or if you just live in Central Texas, if you live in Canada, come on down to Austin. There's going to be another Locksport meetup. It's going to be on December 2nd. And it starts at 7, December 2nd at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. And it's going to be on a Saturday. And if you message me in advance that you're coming, if there's something in my collection that you want to try, I'll bring it for you and you can try it. I'll make sure that I have it. So I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I got to pick a lot of locks. One of the lock pickers that showed up, he was a blue belt in the red karate belt system. I'm a purple belt. And he was like, can you try this? Can you open this lock? Of course I couldn't. I couldn't open it. So it was really neat and humbling to meet very good lock pickers. And it was very cool and humbling and awesome to watch 2 brand new pickers go from white belt and yellow belt in a single night, watching them single pin pick from white belt and yellow belt. Holly did it and Karin did it. They just kicked butt at it. So thank you so much for letting me show up to watch this. I guess that thank you is for the Longhorn Lockpickers, and thank you to Holly for showing up and bearing the cold, and thank you for Karin and Nick for showing up, and thank you to Sean that showed up, and thank you for Lord Bob and Brandon. I call him Brandon. I always Captain BS. That's his real name. So Lord Bob and Captain BS, thank you for hosting this and putting it on and being an awesome instructor. I look forward to the next meetup. So there will be one on December 2nd. I will be there. So thank you all so much, and I'll catch you guys next time.